On this episode, one of the biggest keys to confidence.
This is the Holistic Alpha Male Optimization Podcast, where we help you unleash your true power as a man.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm Stephen Mathis. Thank you for listening. Let's talk about confidence. You know, one of the things with confidence is that a lot of the things that take confidence to do also build confidence if we just lean into it and do it. In that way, it's very much like discipline, right? Many of the things that require discipline, they build discipline along the way, right? Your regular daily workout, it requires discipline to do that. But at the beginning, as you lean into it, and all along the way, what it's doing is every time you do lean into it, it's actually building more discipline that carries into other areas. Same thing with confidence, right? So there are certain things where the more confident you feel, the easier that thing is going to come to you, the more naturally it's going to come to you. But even if you don't feel confident, if you lean into that and you lean into that discomfort and you have a little bit of courage to lean into that thing, it will build confidence. And what I want to talk to you about today is the very most important key for confidence that I have found. I don't know of any other one, especially as it relates to confidence interacting with other people, right? So there's different ways that we can describe confidence and think about confidence. We might have confidence in ourselves or evaluate how much confidence we have in ourselves, our ability to do stuff, get stuff done, whatever it is, accomplish a certain goal. What I'm talking about is our confidence interacting with other people, right? Maybe interacting in a dating context, if that's something that's in your world, interacting even if you're already in a relationship, interacting with your wife or girlfriend in a relationship. Your confidence will absolutely affect that, right? So here's the key. When we're interacting with other people, the simplest, most important thing for you to focus on that both requires and will build confidence is eye contact. It's eye contact. Here's what I would suggest. Tomorrow, or the rest of today, depending on when it is, make eye contact with as many people as possible and hold that eye contact. Now, let me clarify. I don't mean in like a creepy way. And I don't mean that you're like staring somebody down all intensely, right? But everybody that you encounter, man, woman, anybody that you encounter, make eye contact, smile, say hi. Make eye contact, smile, say hi. You don't have to say hi to every single person, but when the situation allows, say hi. But the simple act of making eye contact, especially making eye contact with girls, if you're in a dating situation, right? And you're attracted to girls and you want to approach girls and you want to increase your confidence interacting with girls, the best thing you can do as a foundation is practice making eye contact, smiling, saying hi. Super simple. So you go to the gym the next time, right? I see so many guys, if you pay attention to this, both men and women, if you pay attention to this after this episode, not only in yourself, but watch other people. Watch other people are they making eye contact with other people as they walk by, right? Like you're walking down a hallway, you're walking down a part of the gym or whatever, and you walk by 6 or 8 people. How many of those people make eye contact with you? Or are they looking away? Or are they looking down, right? You can tell so much about the place that someone is in terms of their confidence and their comfort interacting merely by eye contact. So it can be a very helpful exercise to watch other people and what they're doing in this. But the biggest thing, of course, is to practice it yourself. So in the coming days, or at least tomorrow, do this as an experiment. Make eye contact with as many people as possible. Accompany it with a smile. It is very unlikely that if you have good intentions and you accompany your eye contact with a smile, it is very unlikely that it's going to bother anybody, including any girl you might approach or interact with. As long as you have good intentions and you're not a creep, which I know if you're watching this show that you're not. You have good intentions, you accompany it with a smile, it's going to go great, right? Now, a couple things on this. I said hold it, right? I would very much encourage you, especially when it comes to interacting with women, that you hold the eye contact until one of two things happens. Either until they look away or until enough time has gone by that it's like you don't want it to be weird, right? Again, the goal is not to stare somebody down. The goal is to make a real human connection. And there is tremendous connection that we can make simply by making eye contact with somebody and holding that eye contact long enough that we allow that little bit of a connection to form. right? The other situation that I would not recommend really trying to like hold this necessarily is with other guys. You may find that guys tend to react to another guy sort of like eyeing them as a little bit of a threat. There's a little bit of kind of a primal threat response in that, right? So it doesn't mean not to make eye contact with guys. It just means that with a guy, I wouldn't necessarily have the objective that you want to be the one to not look away. Like, maybe you do. It doesn't really matter as much. But what I would suggest is if you're interacting in any kind of a dating context, you're interacting with women, just that you walk by, right? You be the one to hold the eye contact. It is so incredibly powerful. In fact, I'll leave you with a quick story of exactly this thing. Just met a girl a couple days ago at a cafe that I often go to. We made eye contact a couple times, shared a smile. She ended up actually approaching me outside of the cafe, and we exchanged a couple messages. We've exchanged a few messages, and in the first couple messages that we exchanged, one of the things that she mentioned was the eye contact. I didn't bring that up, right? She mentioned that we made that eye contact. She mentioned that, I think the way she phrased it, it was like this really strong eye contact. That was the way that she phrased it, right? So for her, it was noteworthy, because it is noteworthy, because when you make meaningful eye contact with somebody, you're making a connection, and you're demonstrating to yourself and to that other person that I'm here. I'm willing to be here and look at you and engage with you. I'm not trying to hide or shy away. I'm here, and I'll look you in the eye and I'll engage with you. Very last thing is that if you have a lot of shame or guilt, those kind of feelings, it's going to be harder. In fact, I can see it. The more you start to dive into this stuff within yourself, you start to see it in other people, you know? And I can see, walking around various places, I can see guys, and this has also developed in terms of my ability to kind of like see this from afar, because I've talked to so many guys and I have a pretty good sense for what guys are going through in a lot of ways. And I can see guys who are stuck in this sort of shame, guilt kind of thing. It's like, once you know what to look for, it's literally like they kind of wear it on their face. And I'll see that guys are not making eye contact. They're not willing to engage. And sometimes I really can tell that there's some shame and guilt there, which we all have shame and guilt in various ways. Certainly shame, certainly when it comes to our sexuality. Everybody's got some little layers of that, sometimes very big layers. So work on this. That's the bottom line. Work on it. What did I say at the beginning? I said some things with confidence, it takes confidence to do it, but it builds confidence if you just lean into it. So you may find that when you're confident, when you're having a great day and you're like, it's a day where you feel a little more confident, you're much more able and willing to make eye contact with people. And maybe it happens naturally. Maybe you do it all the time. And then you may find on other days when you're not very confident, or maybe this is kind of the way that things are most of the time or all the time for you right now, that the making that eye contact is hard, that it doesn't come naturally. I promise, if you lean into this and you just decide, you can make a decision, right? You do not need to feel a certain way to take action. You don't need to feel confident to look someone in the eyes and smile. You just need to decide. So decide to make eye contact, decide to make eye contact on a regular basis, to practice it, to be able to hold it in a friendly way. It will absolutely transform your relationships. And I can tell you that people read into this, maybe not with their thinking mind, but we take this as a big signal. We're always processing all this body language stuff. We're always processing things as we're interacting with someone. And I can tell you that not being able and willing to make eye contact sends a very powerful message, just like being willing and able to make eye contact does, right? It sends a message that we probably don't want to send. So practice this. It does not matter what else is going on in your life. You don't need to fix that thing that you've been ashamed about. You don't need to fix whatever life circumstance that is causing you to not feel very confident. You know, you're overweight, or you have financial stuff that you don't feel confident about, or whatever the hell it is. Those things don't need to change for you to just decide, you know what, I'm going to make eye contact with people. I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to choose to make eye contact and smile. That's it. I guarantee if you do that, you practice this on a regular basis, your confidence will go up. And your confidence will not only go up in those interactions and in interacting with other people, your confidence in yourself will go up too. I promise it will. Try this. As always, I appreciate you listening. I welcome your feedback. If you have thoughts, shoot me a text, 801-742-1439. Thank you for listening. Go build your confidence. You don't have it. You're not fucking born with confidence or not. You know, maybe some people are a little bit, but in general, we build it. It's up to you to build it. You're not as confident as you want to be. Go build it brick by brick. Go make some eye contact. Talk to you soon.